Kill your lack of purpose. In this video, you're going to learn ways to kill the lack of purpose that you may have. The first thing you need to do is understand what a lack of purpose does. As a man or human in general, we need to have a purpose to fulfill. And it has to be bigger than a house, wife, kids, and a good job. When we don't have a purpose to fulfill, it either leaves us in a void full of misdirection, unjust actions, or in a loud room filled with the voices of societal norms set by the people who live a life full of mediocrity and mindless activity. And some may find it later than others, and some may also have to leave this earth before it's even fulfilled. The whole approach is to always be looking for purpose, because that in itself could just be it. With no purpose to fulfill, you end up on either end of this unpleasant dichotomy. One, feeling empty, alone, or dejected. A lot of people wanting to end their lives, and they just don't see a point to even go forward to the next day. Or feeling angry and just boiling up inside, ready to kill the next motherfucker that looks at you funny. These two feelings can mix together and create a very frustrating time for somebody. The reason I think these feelings rise to the surface is because us humans need to be in pursuit of something. We've evolved to have a purpose. Most animals are depressed in zoos because they can't fulfill their interests or act on their desires. They are deprived of the opportunities to develop and fulfill the full range of their interests and needs. Does that not sound familiar, bro? If we break down what an average human being does on a daily basis, it consists of 5+ hours of screen time, eating like fucking shit, and just sitting around and doing nothing. And honestly, everybody seems to kind of justify all of those things, myself included. And on top of that, the convenience of everything around us, from the way we get our food to the way we fulfill our sexual desires, whether that be through hookups or pornography. And the way that we consume all this fucking mindless shit, and the jobs that we work just simply suck us dry. They suck us dry of the needs and desires we need to fulfill. It makes me wonder why. Why is there such speed to suck people dry of these interests? Why is there such speed to create such convenience so people don't have to do things to fulfill their desires anymore? Why? Especially against us men. Now, how do we kill this lack of purpose that majority of society feels? The first thing we need to do is we need to start comparing ourselves. Compare yourself to the past you, or compare yourself to the fellow neighbor. I don't give a fuck if it's toxic. If the things that require growth in oneself are considered toxic, then I'll accept the title of being the most toxic motherfucker known to man. If your neighbor has something you want, get your ass up and work for it. If your neighbor has traits you don't like, then work hard to be the opposite. We have to be careful with that second one though, because in most cases, the more you hate on others for having traits you don't like, you'll start to hate yourself because you project unwanted traits onto others. For example, if you get pissed at a guy who has an ego in the gym, in most cases, you might have an ego yourself, but just in other areas. Understanding this will allow you to work to a better version of yourself in all areas: money, body, mind, etc. That journey will give anyone a sense of purpose. The next thing we need to do is encounter the things we don't fully understand. I'll be dead ass right now, bro. I don't understand this YouTube shit. I don't understand weightlifting. I'm a producer and I don't even fully understand the music industry or how to consistently sell beats. Well, for fuck's sake, I don't even fully understand life. And I don't think I ever will, but that's what gives me purpose and drive. And that's what gives me the most purpose, bro. Just simply running to find answers to everything I can. And the fact that I might die before I even answer any of those gives me that much more urgency. Jordan Peterson said,
"What you most want to find will be found where you least want to look."
What are the things you've been neglecting to do or to confront? Because honestly, your whole purpose could be right fucking there. And if it's not, then at least you overcame something. Just the action of overcoming something you'll start to chase. That action in itself is just addicting. You'll start to chase ways to improve your lives and others around you. And that, again, is another purpose driver. Next thing you need to do is set selfless goals. I see way too many people set selfish ones. Having selfish goals will leave you empty once accomplished. Just simply look at some Olympians and professional athletes, bro. Their whole lives, they worked and worked and worked and worked and worked for just one goal, like championships, gold medals, or MVP trophies. After they accomplish all these things, they have a hard time finding their worth. And that's why the depression rate is so high in that industry. But they have a hard time finding their worth beyond their physical performance. And honestly, I believe it comes from having selfish goals. Compare them to the Kobe's or the LeBrons or the Usain Bolts. They all had a mission to do something with the riches and the accomplishments, to contribute to society as a whole. And with that mindset, they can still have purpose beyond their athletic performance. Having selfish goals can even fuck you up while in pursuit of them. You're always going to be questioning if it's worth it, or find yourself always asking, why are you even doing what you're doing? You need to develop this, or it's going to get really rough. Because while you're doing something that seems purposeful to other people, deep down inside, you can't even find it. I do what I do for a lot of reasons, bro. My family isn't dead, bro. I'm not in a no food on the table type situation, but we're far from rich. My grandma passed away in 2019. And bro, I don't even think she has a fucking headstone yet. I don't want to go 3 years without a headstone myself, nor do I want to see anybody else in my family pass without a rock with their name on it. It's a fucking rock, bro. That's the least I can do. It's a rock. It's just things like that, bro. My mom wants to volunteer. She won't be able to volunteer unless I retire her income. And she wants to send money back home to help out our sick relatives. And I want to give my grandpa the ability to fulfill his purpose and to fulfill his lifelong wishes, bro. He wants to go back home, give back to the community, and build something of value. And that's what men are supposed to do. And right now, he feels trapped. And I want to get him the fuck out of here. And that's what I do. Those are some of my selfless goals, so to speak. Yeah, of course, I want the cars. I want a nice ass crib. I want a penthouse. You know what I'm saying? But that shit will all come second. I'm not gonna lie. But time back to my grandpa, bro. Like, I can't do that shit because of money. My grandpa can't fulfill his lifelong dreams because of fucking money, bro. Fucking money. I have no fucking choice but to get up, fucking work, and get that bag. It's as simple as that. The next thing you need to do is live through your evolutionary purpose. Like I've said before, it just seems like everything in this world is stripping us of our evolutionary purpose. We don't even work for our food anymore, bro. Like hunt. Yeah, times have changed drastically, and it honestly may be a good thing that we don't have to hunt because it gives the weaker offspring a chance to eat. Survival of the fittest. Because back then it was all survival of the fittest, and if you weren't able to hunt your own food or do all that shit, nigga, you're dead, man. Yes, there's a lot of benefits to the industrial revolutions that we've experienced, and now we're kind of at a point where we have to use some of these things to survive, like online shopping, grocery stores, or using your car. But how can we live the way we're meant to in these modern times? Because the fact that we aren't is what's giving society that lack of purpose. The first thing you can do is create struggle. And if you're already in struggle, embrace it and use it to aid your success, not hinder it. I see way too many people complain about their situation, knowing it could be much worse, rather than focusing on the spice it could add to their stories. Bro, anytime I go through anything hard, all I say is, damn, I can't wait to tell my kids this, or I can't wait to look back wishing for this moment, because there's always going to be something harder down the road. That's how I view hard times. I'm like, okay, we're going to look back and we're going to wish that this hard time happened because I'm going to experience something harder later down the road. If you think like that, my nigga, everything is going to be just nothing. I swear. The next thing you can do is lift weights and get hit. This mainly pertains to men, because if we look back, bro, prehistoric men from neighboring tribes were prepared to brutally fight and kill each other to capture and secure women. The capture part, that's a little weird, bro. I don't really know what they meant by, capture, because they're capturing women from different tribes and killing them or doing whatever they were doing. Not that. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's what we are meant to do. Bro, so there's no reason why you shouldn't go get your little ass up and go to the gym and lift a couple pounds, or go get hit in the face with padded gloves. Like, it's fucking nothing. I'm going to be joining a boxing gym real soon, but I just need to find one that has the right masculine energy, bro. Here where I'm from, bro, it's like kind of ass. Like, I want to just kind of find one where I can go to. It's really grungy, but that shit ain't here. I haven't found it yet, so I'm still in the search. Next thing you need to do is connect. We're not meant to be on our screens all day or connect with people via social media, and that's simply just based off science and evolution. And just they've done plenty of studies where it tracks the brain of what happens when you're connecting with people online versus when you're connecting with people in real life. And the better one is always real life. And if you want to be quite honest, bro, I don't think I should even be talking to this camera right now. Like, there's got to be something wrong with this based on science. Like, this is probably not right. But I'm going to do what I got to do to bring my message across to the world. But what you can do is, just go out and build your social skills, whether that be with the crackheads on the trains or the store clerks in your grocery store. Maybe take some time to go grocery shopping by yourself. If you don't want to go with your family and make it awkward when you talk to people, go to the grocery store by yourself and start talking to the people in the aisles, make some funny comments, or talk to the store clerk and just ask her about her day, etc. This will literally propel you. And low-key, even like Uber drivers, bro. People don't talk to their Uber driver. Why? I noticed, I took an Uber to work the other day, and I was like, yo, no one really talks to me. You're so nice. I'm like, what? Why? No one talks to you? There's something wrong with that, bro. Get the fuck off your phone and talk to the Uber driver, nigga. He's driving your broke ass around. But, hey, I'm broke too, so. I guarantee you, if you start doing these things, your lack of purpose will diminish. Love you. Starve tomorrow strong, G.